You know what also rules?
What?
The Fred G. Sanford Award for Stupidity for the week. Now, as I get into this, there's something I want to tell you, kids. These don't always have to be timely. What I mean by that is, they don't have to be something that just took place over the past week. Because, you know, every once in a while you might go a week without anything really stupid happening. It's just, you know, if we find something that's really just worth it to us. It may have happened years ago, but you know what? We weren't doing a podcast years ago. We found it today, and that's what matters. And this is some funny shit.
Besides, it's our rules, not yours.
Exactly. It's our show. If you don't like the way we're doing our show, go do your own. We'll probably end up getting more listeners than we do. Who knows? So, the Fred G. Sanford Award winner for this week. Husband convicted of manslaughter after Dutch oven goes horribly wrong. Now, this took place back in October of 2007. Mr. Brian Flannery was convicted of second-degree manslaughter today, Tuesday, October 30th, 2007, at Peckham Crown Court. So I'm going to assume this is out of Britain. Boy, British people are stupid. This is the fourth story we've gotten, and they've all been British or a Commonwealth. Receiving a 5-year suspended sentence for the accidental death of his wife, Gloria Flannery, by toxic suffocation. After he gave her a Dutch oven that went, as the judge described it, horribly, horribly wrong.
You big dummy!
The case for the prosecution argued for the charge of murder, putting it to the court that late one weekday evening, as Mrs. Flannery was reading a Jackie Collins novel in bed and unwinding for sleep, she was suddenly and forcibly pinned under the duvet. She was suddenly and forcibly pinned under the duvet by Mr. Flannery, who sealed the edges with his weight while simultaneously releasing an enormous bolus of flatulence.
You big cold-blooded dummy!
I've never heard a fart sound, you know, he done shit his drawers. No. He released a bolus of flatulence. Which displaced all the available oxygen so that Mrs. Flannery passed out nearly instantly and was dead within 30 seconds.
Down!
Now, can't the human body survive? You know, you can hold your breath for longer than 30 seconds. Let's find out if they go into detail about what Mr. Flannery ate to cause death in less than 30 seconds. Arguing for the defense, Mr. Cavendish, QC, stated that Mr. Flannery was deeply upset and regretful. The incident was intended as a lighthearted practical joke. Indeed, it was the first time Mr. Flannery had even tried what is commonly known on the street as a Dutch oven.
On the street.
Word on the street is they call that a Dutch oven. Yeah. Yeah, boys, yeah, give me the Dutch oven, see? Yeah. And even then, only after hearing some friends talking one evening in the pub after five-a-side football about doing it to their wives all the time. Yes, ever so. Oh, it's all the time we do that, Brian Flannery, yes. Give her a good old Dutch oven, what? That's what they call it on the street. They argued that Mr. Flannery had miscalculated two crucial factors which led to the tragic outcome.
You big dummy!
The first being Mrs. Flannery's military tucking in of the 600-weight cotton sheets, which she made the bed that morning, which created a near airtight seal. Secondly, here it is. Secondly, Mr. Flannery had neglected to remember that he had attended a long business lunch at an Indian restaurant on Brick Lane that day, at which he consumed a dozen onion bhajis? I don't know.
I don't know.
Consumed a dozen onion bhajis, 8 papadum, 6 samosas, and an extra large beef vindaloo with garlic naan, all washed down with 8 pints of Guinness.
That guy got fucking wasted on his lunch break, is what he did. 8 pints of Guinness?
I'm thinking, man, I don't know what this food is, but it honestly
I know
sounds
what
like
Guinness is.
Oh well, yeah, but that I guess that food.
Doesn't Guinness have a high alcohol?
Oh sure.
Like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you figure, I mean, just all that other cesspool of shit that he was eating. My God, I mean, his colon it passed through your colon like a bullet train, man. The resulting trapped wind, which he released within a 6-inch proximity of Mrs. Flannery's face, came in at around 6 liters gas of 95% methane by volume.
Holy bejesus.
Were the scientists there with the fucking prods? Oh my God. 6 liters gas of 95% methane. And people wonder why Indian food smells like a used diaper. During sentencing, the judge, the Honorable Dame Roberts, said, "I accept that you did not intend that your wife should die in this manner, and I note both your grief and regret, which is why I will suspend your sentence on the grounds of time already served. Nonetheless, the conviction remains, in the hope that you will be an example to other husbands and boyfriends across the UK, and a ray of light to other long-suffering wives and girlfriends."
Awesome.
long,
Killed his
long,
wife and got away with it.
long-suffering wives and girlfriends, that this frankly gross and often dangerous practice can no longer be taken lightly or risk facing such tragic consequences as you have.
You big dummy.
Outside the court, an emotional and weary Mr. Flannery said, "I am truly very sorry for what I did to my wife, and living with the guilt of what I've done is punishment enough.
You big dummy, see what you did?
I just hope that others will learn from my mistake. I swear, I will never ever fart in a woman's face again, at least not in private."
Priceless.
Mr. Brian Flannery, I stand and salute you as this week's winner of the Frenchie Sanford Award.
You dummy!
Oh, that's that, and I don't mean this. Pun not intended. That's some funny shit.